What's up, guys? JFM here, back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the betas, in particular 0.8.0, and I guess this applies to any future betas to come. So, this is probably the single most question asked for anyone that does YouTube, not just myself, like on the new videos coming out. And that is, how do I get 0.8.0? Where can I get it? I don't see it in the App Store. I don't see it in the Google Play Store. What do I do? How do I get this? How do you get Rails? How do you do this? How do you do all that? And I want to be hopefully answering your questions and any other questions that you may have about the beta, release dates, and all of that junk. So, beta. What is a beta, right, guys? A beta is pretty much a release, an unofficial release. Well, it is official, but it's not official to the public. It's usually not given to the public because it usually has bugs and all this other stuff. So, it's usually meant for testers to give feedback and mess around with it. So that's pretty much what a beta is used for. A lot of games do this, and some games don't. It just depends. Minecraft Pocket Edition recently started doing this for Android only, and the reason is they don't hate iOS. They like iOS. I'm pretty sure for them, some of the coding for Android has been a little bit frustrating for them, but forget about that. Just think here. So Apple's a super secure platform. Software OS. It's really secure, and they like to keep everything tight knit. There's not a lot of customization. Everyone knows that Android has a lot more customization, and I'm not going to get into the Android Apple battle. I love Apple myself, but I also love Android. They're good for different things, but the thing that Apple isn't good for is betas, and that's because they have to go through every single app that is being submitted to their store and approve or decline it. And even with companies as legitimate as Mojang, they still feel the need to go through and make sure that they're not putting anything they don't want into their store, into their, service. So that's why. And the thing with Android is they're much less secure about it, and they don't need to approve anything. Mojang can just send it in, and it'll be like that. So that's one of the reasons I'm assuming. Now, I'm not a developer, but this is just an assumption, and a pretty accurate one, I believe, that that's probably the single main reason that it's not on iOS. Another reason that it may not be on iOS is because it's a beta. They don't want everyone to have it. They want a limited number of people to have it and to show it around and to test it out. I know not everyone on Android even has it. Obviously, there are downloads and everything on the internet, but they're not condoning that, and neither am I. And what the Android group is, it's a Google Plus group, I'll link it below just in case you guys still want to try to get entered into it. But what it is it is linked to your Google Store account that you use on your Android. You just get put in there, and then you can update to the betas. It's pretty simple, but they have been having troubles adding people. Like, I don't know, I guess they said you can only do so many at a time, and it's taken a little while for them. But that's what they're doing. They're just accepting people that want to be in the group and want to get the betas, and that's pretty cool, and it's just unfortunate that iOS isn't part of this, but I don't know if they would even want them to, or want more people in it, let alone their operating system. So I think that's another reason why, because they don't want it to go to everyone, even though they could release it. They could release betas, or whatever, but they want to keep it so that their game is bug-free. All the official releases are basically bug-free, and I think that's what they were going for. In the past, they've had really bad bugs, like crashing bugs, in major releases, so this is a great step into the future for the developers. Now, if you're sitting here thinking to yourself, well, why can't I be a part of the beta? Why can't I join? It's probably because one of the reasons I said, either you're on iOS or they just haven't accepted you. They may in the future. I'm not sure. I'm not a developer. I'm not in their brains. I'm not doing their stuff. But I do know that betas are meant to be limited and not public. And that's the reason that, they're doing what they are doing. So now on to release dates. We've had 0.7.6 or whatever we're on. Is that PC? That may be PC. I don't know. We've had 0.7 point whatever for quite a while now, and 0.8.0 is going to come out soon. Most guaranteed, I can almost guarantee by the end of this year, because that still gives us almost a month. The developers are trying their best to get it out before Christmas. Obviously, people saying these release dates like November, like late November, that's obviously wrong. We're still in December here, and we're going to be seeing this most likely before Christmas. Obviously, they may come up, something may, block the road for them to be able to release it. They may find a major bug that needs to be fixed. But from the look of what the betas have offered so far, it's not that bad, and we're looking to get this in for iOS and Android, the full release available for anyone, beta tester or not, by Christmas. Hopefully, like I said. And it's looking very positive, because the developers haven't tweeted out any scary, tweets like, oh, we're having super hard troubles with this, we can't really figure it out. The one problem that they've been having recently is with the Android text input, but they just recently fixed that, and they're adding just tiny tweaks now, tiny tweaks. The changelogs are getting smaller and smaller. Really, it's just coming down to them perfecting the update for the public, and you just got to be patient for that and respect the developers' decisions, because without the developers, you wouldn't have the game at all. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty much it for this video. So just to recap, be patient if you're on iOS. Maybe sometime in the future Apple will verify, or all those Twitter and whatever, and verify Mojang as a trusted developer, and maybe give them access to releasing betas. But it's just whatever. I mean, as it's not that big of a deal. If you're going to have it, just be patient, and you'll eventually get it. So hopefully you guys learned a little bit about the betas, if you didn't already know. If you did, well, thanks for watching anyway. But that's pretty much it. That's all the information we really have as a public. If you guys want to go see the beta review or other beta videos, look at my channel. There's a ton of channels doing reviews and different videos on the beta. Unfortunately, not Ace Craft Gaming. No, but in all seriousness, guys, just go ahead and look around, because there's plenty of videos on there to satisfy your needs for checking out the new stuff in the game. Unfortunately, maybe not playing the new game. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Hope you all got a little bit more informed. I will talk to you guys later, and as always, stay frosty, my friends. Peace, guys.